Another day, another story. Hello everyone. In this video, we are going to explore how we continue to share the beliefs of our ancestors and ask the question of whether we are the ones living our lives now or whether our ancestors are living through us. Our ancestors have left a powerful legacy in the form of their beliefs. From ancient civilizations to our modern times, many of these beliefs have remained unchanged or have been modified to suit our current environment. This shows that even though we are living in a much different world than our ancestors, their ways of thinking still influence us in many ways. We may never know the answer to this question, but it is certainly worth considering. Are we truly living our own lives, or are our ancestors living through us? Ancient Egyptians believed that the gods and goddesses of their pantheon had a strong influence on astrology and the alignment of the stars in the sky. They believed that each god or goddess had a unique character that could be used to predict events, such as the yearly flooding of the Nile. For example, the goddess Isis was used in place of Virgo, while the Egyptian water god Kehum replaced Aquarius. A depiction of the Egyptian zodiac was found on the ceiling of the Temple of Hathor in Dendera. Revealing the cross-cultural mythology and astrological significance of the individual Egyptian gods and goddesses, the authors link each of the 12 zodiac signs to the gods and goddesses of ancient Egypt. The ancient Greeks were heavily influenced by ancient Egyptian mythologies. Many of the gods and goddesses of the Greek pantheon are derived from the gods and goddesses of the Egyptian pantheon. This includes the gods like Ra, Osiris, Horus, and Isis, who were all adopted by the Greeks and given new names like Zeus, Poseidon, Apollo, and Athena. Furthermore, the ancient Egyptians believed in the concept of afterlife and the soul, which was also adopted by the Greeks. Astrology has had a profound influence on the philosophies of Aristotle and Plato. Both philosophers were deeply influenced by astrology, and this influence shaped many of their beliefs and theories. Aristotle used astrology to support his belief in the four elements and his view of the universe as a finite, spherical whole. He also believed that the planets transmitted the will of God to Earth and that the stars were part of a larger cosmic system. Furthermore, Aristotle believed that the universe was ruled by a divine order, which could be observed and studied through astrology. Plato, on the other hand, rejected astrology and divination by dreams and omens, believing that there was no causality or purpose in nature. Regardless of their differing views, both philosophers were deeply impacted by astrology, and this influence can be seen in many of their beliefs and theories. The philosophies of Aristotle and Plato had a significant influence on the cultures of the post-Christian era. Aristotle's theories of logic, ethics, politics, and science were widely adopted by medieval scholars and served as the foundation of much of Christian thought. Plato's ideas about the eternal world of perfect forms provided a template upon which Christian philosophers could build their vision of the soul. The philosophies of Aristotle and Plato had a significant influence on the Muslim world. Aristotle's works on logic, ethics, politics, and science were translated into Arabic and widely studied by Muslim scholars. Plato's works were also influential in the Muslim world, but in a more indirect way. Islamic thinkers were not only largely conversant with the philosophy of Aristotle, but also greatly influenced by Plato's ideas. Plato's teaching on the human soul as an incorporeal substance that moves the body seemed to offer a philosophical teaching conducive to Islam, even though Ibn Sina's way of adopting this teaching would put philosophy in conflict with Quranic faith in resurrection of the body. Overall, the philosophies of Aristotle and Plato had a significant influence on the Muslim world. Their ideas about truth, ethics, and the nature of reality helped shape Islamic thought and provided the foundation for much of medieval and Renaissance thought. The philosophies of Aristotle and Plato had a significant influence on Freud's work. Freud was strongly influenced by Plato's theory of the tripartite human soul, which divided the soul into the rational, the appetitive, and the spirit. Freud was also influenced by Aristotle's theories of logic, ethics, politics, and science, which he incorporated into his psychoanalytic theories. This concept of the unconscious being a repository for repressed thoughts and emotions was essential to Freud's psychoanalytic theories. Freud's theories of the unconscious, the ID, ego and superego, and psychoanalytic therapy were all shaped by his understanding of the philosophies of Aristotle and Plato. In summary, even if you believe that you share the beliefs of your short-term ancestors' modern religion, even if you believe that you are conscious on your own and disagree with the idea that your thoughts are not yours, even the thought of disagreeing is not yours at all. Guess what? Even those modern religions have their own roots in mythology and ancient philosophies, as they have also asserted and believed. Consider what you could do if you knew something like that. Consider how you could start intervening and develop the awareness necessary to assume responsibility for living the life you desire. Our upcoming videos will discuss a more in-depth method of comprehension. Thanks for watching. We hope you enjoyed this video and we hope you'll come back for more.